I understand. Like people talked about like man, you were a fucking maniac drunk.
I never had that experience.
See, that's the other thing. It is coming down to two groups of people. It is either people who've had the worst types of experiences, or none at all.
But why? What makes them bad experience? Like, because I've heard the stories, and I can't.
What's the biggest story you heard?
The biggest story,
the
one
most
that's
ridiculous one.
The most memorable story is the guy that you paid to.
Okay, so the bum is a crazy story.
Yeah,
and it's honestly when it looks like I did fight stories with John Moses a couple of like a month ago, and I was on with Naeem, and I didn't want him to bring. I was like afraid he was going to bring that up.
Why? Isn't that the whole purpose of it?
It is, but that's embarrassing. In my head, of good fight story is like two dudes who have a problem with one another.
Right.
Who are like trying to
meet me in the parking lot.
Yes, I'm calling you out.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna fight. Me getting hammered, walking up to a homeless man, offering him $20 to fist fight me in an alleyway, is not.
But what is the true? I've heard the lore.
The true story is, I was at Raven.
Yeah, I know it was at Raven.
At Raven. Was going through a very shitty situation with the girlfriend I was at the time. I was slowly...
That seems to be the common denominator.
It was wild. I was slowly realizing that, or like not realizing, but like coming to like terms with I'm being cheated on. Like I was slowly like being like...
Wait. So you discovered info?
So I was putting pieces together.
Fuck,
you know how many times, like, when there's like things in front of you and you just blatantly ignore them?
Yeah,
because you're like, no, that always. Yeah. There was a lot of things that were like kind of.
You were in denial, perhaps.
Yeah, and I was like, no, but it like, and then it, of course,
that's probably my dick pic. It doesn't look like it, but.
There's a different name. It's like there's a hand wearing rings in the picture. I'm like, I wear rings sometimes.
That's my hand.
You know what? I may have had finger tattoos at that time. I really was like, there was like a couple things that I was in denial, like blind.
Yeah.
And the worst part was I was in such denial that like the shittiest part about the breakup was when I became like super sleuth. And I was like, I'm going to find out. And like when I was like, I figured it out. I know who they think. And I was like, it's kind of like where you feel like, this is what made me even more angry. I was like, I figured it out. And everyone was like, yeah, everyone knew
everybody knew.
Everyone knew.
She was waiting for you to know.
It's kind of like being like, did you know that Darth Vader is Luke's father?
I love those moments though, like, because you feel like a detective, but it'd be like a detective if like you really didn't want the person to be the murderer and you got upset. Yeah. You know?
I was...
Like, why did you have to? It's like, fuck.
No, I was... Yeah, so I was putting all the things together and I still hadn't become the level of Sherlock Holmes that were like... I like confronted and all that stuff.
Also, times are a little different back then.
What are you talking about?
Like, it wasn't as easy to put things together. Like, that was like...
no, it was still pretty easy, dude.
Well, I mean, it was easy for her to, or human to hide some things.
You know what it was? It would be easy for a rational human to hide things.
Okay, she was being loose.
I think it was because I was such a, like, I mean, I was sauced all the time. So like there would be times where like I would see something like, did I lose my fucking mind?
Yeah.
But I would also like, but I was...
Was it somebody you knew that you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the worst part.
You should get the death penalty. I think you should get the death penalty. If somebody cheats on you with a friend or a close
well, he wasn't even... See, that was the thing. He wasn't a friend. He was everybody else's... He was a loose acquaintance of mine.
Oh, then you should get to fucking kill him.
I mean, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So it was very crazy. But anyway, so I'm at Raven. I go up on stage and, I needed a fork and a knife to finish all the dicks I just ate on stage. And then I'm drinking and I'm also like, just doing that thing where you're watching, like, it's almost like, you ever seen Minority Report where he's putting all the things together?
Yeah.
Like my brain's doing that with like image. I'm like, oh my God. So I leave. I tell Kevin Ryan's there at the time. He's like, help me run the room. I'm like, yo, I got to get the fuck out. He's like, where are you going? Like, we still got to do. I'm like, I'll be back. And I fucking leave. And I remember I'm like walking down. Now I'm like in that weird set where like I'm pretty drunk, but I'm like having these moments of clarity.
You have like, post-bomb drunk clarity.
Yeah, I'm just like, I remember everything, but I also know that I'm making decisions and saying things where I'm probably like, in my head, I'm talking like this and I know exactly what I'm doing. But really, I'm like, you know, nothing is bringing you down. You probably, hello? Why don't you shut up? So I was walking down, I walked down the street, down, I think it was Chestnut.
Uh-huh.
I'm walking down Chestnut and I get to where Old Nelson is at like the corner of like 20th and Chestnut.
Yeah.
And I see a dude, he's at the next building over that vacant, but the building has been vacant forever. He's like sitting down and I walked by him. He's like, yo, change? You got change, man? Change? And I was like, nah, I got anything. I kept walking and I was like, wait a minute.
I have some
I was like, this is America. Like I can,
it's capitalism.
Yeah, I was like,
free market society.
So I walked back and I was like, and he's like looking at me and I think he thought I was going to give him like change. And
yeah.
I was like, I stood there and he kind of like started to get up and I was like, hey, I was like, so here's the thing. I don't have any change. I was like, but how would do you want to make $20? And the look, I remember the look he gave me was like, I'm not sucking it. The look was just like, I'm not sucking.
Am I going to have to suck this guy's
dick for no money?
He's too drunk to come.
Dude, he thought I was crazy. He's like, I'll be there forever.
Oh, God.
Am I going to have to finish him off?
Yeah.
Never going to happen. So he gave me these looks like, I'm not doing any gay shit. Don't miss me with that gay shit. And he's like, what are you fucking like then he started getting kind of aggressive, but like not.
And you're like, physically. Perfect.
But I was like, oh, I'm poking the bear. Mm-hmm. So he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, nah, man. He's like, what the fuck you want? He's like, what do you want? I was like, I'm looking for like, we'll go a couple blocks away. I'm just looking for a fist fight. And I remember he's like, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. He's like, nah.
That's the craziest shit to hear.
Yeah. And I was like,
you became the scariest guy.
He said, get the fuck out of here. He's like, white boy motherfucking crazy, get the fuck out of here.
And he's right.
Get out of here. And I was like, and I kind of stood there. And it is wild when you have a moment too where a homeless man is like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Did that add to clarity? Did you?
Dude, no.
Did you not get the fight?
If anything, I thought for a second, I was like, I'm blazing trails right now.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm saying what everyone needs to hear.
Right,
people are
right.
afraid of this truth.
Well, they are afraid of you. That is the scariest thing you can do.
He tells me to leave, and I kind of start walking away, and he's like, but this is a weird thing. I kind of start walking away, and then he like kind of yells at me like, he's like, 20 whole bucks. What the fuck you talking? And then I turn around. I was like, yeah. $20.
Yeah, he's like, what do you?
And he's like, what are you talking about?
Are you a Don King fighter? You get what I have. There's no promoter here. Like negotiating your appearance fee for this.
I will tell you, dude, I did feel like only in America will this work. I was like, this could, if this was any other country, he would have shot
He's
me.
Like, I gotta
already.
give 10% to my agent.
So I tell him again. I was like, yeah, he's like, look, and I kind of, and like this guy wasn't like a huge dude.
Yeah.
He kind of looked like pretty emaciated and frail. Like this is where I get why he was like, no.
Right.
But I also get like, he's like, yo, you need $20.
Right.
You clearly do. I don't want to be a jerk or anything, but if anybody needs $20 right now.
Yeah.
It's you. But he was like, no. And I was like trying to tell him, I was like, look, I'm not looking to wail on you. Mm-hmm. Like if I knock you down, I'm not hurt. Yeah. I'm not gonna stand over top of you and beat you up. I'm looking for a spot. I think I said sparring match. I was like, a classical fucking.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you think? He's like, nah, motherfucker, nah. I was like, look, and this is where I think I got him. I said, worst case scenario, we get in this, I knock you out, you still get the $20. I wait with you to make sure you're okay. Uh-huh. And then I make sure everything's fine.
And you're going to fuck me then, okay? I know how this works.
I'm no rapist.
You're gonna old-fashioned Cosby me.
So I told him that, and I said, worst case scenario on my end, you knock me out, you get to take whatever you want. I'm knocked the fuck out. Like you can take whatever you want.
Bro, that's even scarier.
Yeah. And
you know how confident you seem in your fighting ability?
That's the whole thing too, was this had nothing to do with confidence. This was, I was in my most, like, it got to a point where I'm like, I'm past the point of no return with this asocial activity.
Yeah.
I have to see this to the end. And I don't know what's going to happen. So he was like, I kind of laid all that out. And he's like, where the fuck are we going to do this? Where the fuck are we going to do this? So where Helium is, a block over, like, you know where Shake Shack is?
Yeah.
You know that pizza, that shitty pizza place?
Oh, yeah.
That alley that's on the side of there?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where we went. And I was like, I know a place where no one will bother. Even though in my head, I'm like,
I know the venue.
No one will ever see us. Everyone could fucking see us from the thing. But that's where we went. And so we're standing there. And like the whole time we're walking, he's like, he has like, you know, he's got one foot in the pool. He's like, motherfucker, like, what am I doing? He's almost like, what am I doing?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
But he is following me. He is coming along with this. So we get to the alleyway, and I remember I took off like the jacket I had, and I'm like kind of standing there, and he's like, he had like 2 bags with him. He puts the bags down, and he's like, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. And I'm like, at that point, kind of psyching myself up that I'm gonna fight a stranger that I'm now paying to do so. And then out of nowhere, he throws this left, and it hits me in the dude, tree limb. Just hits me, and I'm like, I was not expecting it, because I didn't think he was just, I think in his head he was like, let me just try and end this as fast as I possibly can. Let me just do this, get out of here.
Did he snuck one up on you?
So he snuck me, and I like remember being like, fuck, and he's like, and he goes, oh, you know, mother, like kind of like, I didn't mean to do, like, but I'm like, no, everything's cool.
That's what I
Everything's
wanted.
cool. So then I punch him, and we're going back and forth, and he's like hit me in the chest, and I'm hitting him in the face, and like he hits me again in the side of the head. And then I hit him another time. And this fight goes on for maybe like less than a minute. But I punch him once, and he kind of like falters, and I hit him again. And I can see that he's like,
that's it,
rocked. And he's like, enough. And I'm like, you got it. Like, you're right. So then I opened my Velcro wallet. And I remember when I was over to get, like, the Velcro was like echoing all the fucking. I give him the $20. He's like,
a Ninja Turtle Velcro wallet.
He was like, motherfucking white boy, motherfucking losing it. And then he left.
He was African American, I'm guessing?
Yes. He was after. Yeah, well, he said some choice.
Oh, okay.
Other words.
Don't say that. Yeah.
Which he was calling me the whole time. And I was like, that was making me madder. I go,
really?
No. I was like, you piece of shit. But then after that, like, he walked away. And then, like, dude, this is where it was the most crushing, is that like, I just did this whole thing that in my head, I don't think it was going to make me feel better, but I thought I was going to be able to like, I just let off some steam. Dude, he leaves. And you know what's wildly depressing? To be standing in an alley, $20 poorer, while a homeless man is like, you're the worst person in the world.
Grabbing his shopping, his little plastic bags.
His Target bags full of crap. And
I thought I've seen it all. Dude. Okay.
So then
and where does he go? He could just stay there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you're leaving just to leave.
I thought I brought him to a new Graceland.
Yeah, you know? Like, you could just, you don't have to, like, you're not going home.
Yeah.
You made a homeless guy leave.
Yeah. And then I went back to the Raven, like, just went back.
And were you like visibly?
I mean, I had a black eye starting to form on my face, and I show up, and Kevin is like, "What the fuck is wrong with your face?" And I was like, oh, but see, the whole thing is I didn't even know how to like phrase it.
That's a hard like, hey, here's where I just was,
dude. So that was the thing. I didn't know how to phrase it. So I just kind of was like, yeah, I paid a homeless guy to fucking punch me in the face.
There's not much precedent for that.
And I remember Kevin being like, you did what? And I was like, I paid and like, that's when I was like, shit. I was like, I should have said nothing.
Yeah.
I should have said nothing.
I ran into a sign.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you know, it was my fault.
There's bad guys out there.
Yeah. But then he had like, you know, because he had been working in Philadelphia for that little bit of time. So he had my girlfriend's number, and he texted her, he's like, yo, you need to come get Ryan.
The girlfriend that was cheating?
Yeah. So she showed up, and like, I remember, again, I did that whole denial thing where I was like, oh, she showed up because she cares about me, like everything. And then
was she being like, I love you?
Yeah, she was like, oh my, well, she was mad because like
but that made you feel good.
I was like, oh, you care.
Like, oh yeah, you care about me.
But that, of course, you care. That was not the case. So yeah, that's the true story. So then that was what was crazy is that. So after I showed up to work, I worked at a bar in Old City, and I showed up with the black eye
that night.
No, the next day at work, and my manager was like, "Oh, what?" They were like, "Now they assumed," and I was like, "I remember I said it." She was like, "I might send you home," because I was mad. I came in. She's like, "Oh my God, were you like riding a bike? Did you like flip off? Like, did someone door you?" I'm like, bikes are gay. I paid a homeless man.
Yeah, no.
And you would have thought, I thought that was going to be like,
I'm good at bikes. Here's what I'm bad at.
No, she was like, you did fucking what?
Yeah.
And then, so that was like, it was pretty crazy. So
did it make you feel better?
What?
Did any of it?
No, absolutely not.
No.
That's the shittiest part.
I got to imagine when the girlfriend shows up, did you have to go home with her?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, dude. So you're $20 less.
Yeah.
But
in my brain, I was like, I'm just gonna like everything's gonna. I was still doing that like dumb fucking mental math where I was like, this isn't true. Like everything's gonna work out.
Yeah.
I'm making things up, even though the scenarios
we were just talking about that
blatantly in my fucking face.
I know,
but I'm literally doing the thing where I'm doing beautifully executed backflips over them where like nothing, I'm like, no, I can fucking die. I know exactly what I'm doing. What a fucking
I appreciate the effort. Not many people would make that effort to try to get their head in a better space. That's a very brave.
No,
it's unprecedented, and I respect
I don't think you should respect that.
How long after that did you quit boozing?
Oh, years later. Years.
And how much longer did you date the woman for?
I think maybe like I want to say maybe like a month or more later.
Yeah.
Like that was the thing too, is like as it was like but it was like in the beginning of like where I started seeing the signs, but I was like, again, it comes back to me seeing the signs and being like, maybe I'm making things up. Maybe because I did that thing, I learned a new term where self-sabotage.
Oh yeah.
I thought I was self-sabotaging.
I have a black belt in
the relationship. I was like, I'm making things up. I'm seeing,
right.
You know, like that's what I thought I was doing.
Yeah. You're because the change is the thing that you're not wanting to do.
Yeah. But I will say this is where I was self-sabotaging, but I was also looking back on other previous relationships I had been in where what was emboldening me to keep thinking these things. Every time I've been suspicious of a person, I've been right.
Most people have.
Every time I've been not accusatory, not like you did this, but like where I'm like
most of the time your gut is like something's
yeah, but you know what always trumps my gut? My nut, dude. My nut trumps my gut.
Welcome to the plight of the American male. Okay, we're trying to nut despite our gut, and almost in opposite to the needs of our gut.
They're magnets, dude.
And what you don't want is your nut and your gut on the same team. You don't
want to nut with your gut.
You don't want to nut with your gut.
What if your gut's telling you that it's okay to nut? Then that's a good. That's a good gut to nut to.
I think life is better when your nut and your gut are on.
You think they should? Do you think they should even be in communication? They got to be.
They got to be in communication.
They got to be in communication.
Sure, they have to know each other. They have to have a working professional relationship.
If nut and gut is North Korea and South Korea, which one is North Korea? Which one's South Korea?
Very good.
Because I would say
you're saying which one's which or which one's best. Which setup is
I
best?
guess both.
I think it's best when your penis is North Korea. And I hope that's the only clip that comes out of this show. I try. What I try to do with my penis.
That was amazing. With that being said, this is the End Podcast with Ryan Shaner. I am joined by the one and only, the beautiful big boy.
Oh, yes, the beautiful big boy.
Beautiful big boy, Tyler Rothrock.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Do you have anything you want to plug? I know
I got a special out.
Yes. You do.
Which I want you to watch on my YouTube if you're out there. You're out there. I know you're out there.
What is the name of this?
On the Run.
On the Run. Now, why did you pick such a?
I had.
You a big Wings fan?
No. I had there's a bit in there about being on the run, and I just kind of named it.
On a run or the run?
On the Run.
Yeah.
I've not been on many runs.
You don't seem like a runner. And nothing against you. You just don't seem like a runner.
Actually, I do run a lot.
You run a lot?
I do. I do like probably.
Go into the kitchen, back to the couch. It's not.
No. I run. I run a lot. I'll do a 10K in a couple weeks.
A 10K?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And you've done those before?
Mm-hmm. I got deceptive agility for my size.
you were complaining about how fat you were.
I look like a huge man.
No, you don't. You look like
I'll say this. I look a little better than I expected.
Let's back this up. You don't look like a huge man. I look like a freakishly small man.
It's very nice of you to say that.
No, this is total fat. Danny, how many times have I looked like a fucking freakishly small circus-esque
No, that's
man?
fair.
Yeah, it's a big problem. Sometimes we have to work in forced perspective.
It's definitely true. This isn't a fucking dude. And also, like, I'm not a glutton for comment reading unless I see something that's really, really funny. Like, because my phone will like somebody let.
So you don't read your own comments?
I try not to because some of them. Dude, I learned a long time ago not to do that.
I'm actually in the midst of a comment fight right now.
You're an idiot.
I know.
Why are you doing this?
Because I'm insecure.
You could also look.
No, I can't. I know what you're going to say. I can't.
You could clearly be the bigger man and walk away.
Yeah, you can.
Could clearly be the bigger, fatter.
I need to just. I know. I'm size. I gotta follow my nut and my gut.
Yeah, dude. Follow your fucking. The powers need to consolidate.
I can't do it. I'm too insecure, man.
Yeah, no.
Somebody says I suck. I'm like, fuck you. Why do I suck? I don't fucking suck.
Nah, man. I
get so sad.
The amount of comments that have been like, "Wow, Shaner's the dumbest man alive."
That shit doesn't bother me.
Yeah, so that's where
But we are dumb. We're dumb.
Oh, I know. I'm stupid. I never, at no point in time, have I ever been like, you need to listen to me on this. No. You need to believe me when I say. No. Unless it's about, I will say, unless it's about movies or 90s TV. Then I will say, you need to listen and you need to believe me on this.
Yeah.
But when it comes to worldviews or...
Fuck, dude. There's not a thing. I know.
What would you say? What would you say out of all the... Like, pick one worldview.
Worldview?
One world... Like, or not view.
One, like...
Issue, maybe?
Like foreign policy?
Sure. What is... Okay. In the world of... Rothrock.
That's a nice place to be.
In the world of that's what. Look, I'm never going to tell you to change the title of your album, but
the world of Rothrock.
The world of Rothrock is pretty.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Also, are you ready to Rothrock and roll?
Oh fuck yeah!
I don't know why.
God damn it!
Do that.
So you are somebody you can listen to.
I'm just saying, like, you know, when
God damn it, you should have fucking came here.
I'm just saying, look, naming it after like a bit on your album is a little bit.
I know it's stupid, but I was
cliche.
I know.
Coming from a guy who has no comedy album. Dude, I'm telling you what to do.
No,
listen to me.
I got desperate. I got scared. It was like the last second. I'm like, fuck, what do I name it? So,
but, I mean, it was very funny.
Yeah,
it was very good.
Thank you.
I did comment that you were stupid.
I'm fucking terribly stupid.
No.
And I'm okay with that. Like, to answer your question, I don't have an opinion that's not very easily that if you
it's pliable.
Yeah, dude.
I get it.
Nothing
But that's how I think opinions should be.
Right.
Opinions should be able to be like, this is what I think. And if someone's like, well, have you thought about it this way? And you could be like, oh, I never really did. Yeah. And now it's like, you know, that the problem is, honestly, I think we live in a time where everyone is stating opinion as its fact.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest problem.
Well, there's been a shift in power. There's a hierarchy of like at the top of the heap used to be fact.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about fact.
Fact is now dropped significantly.
Yeah. You know why fact is dropping? It's because we have to think about how we feel about things.
Why no? Feelings are
I've had enough of that.
Yeah.
You can feel you can feel any way you want, and I'm never gonna say if someone's like, I feel bad about this, I'll never be like, no, you don't. Mm-hmm. You feel that way. You feel that way. I'm also gonna be like, I'm never gonna be like, sorry you feel that way.
Right.
I will say, you feel that way, and
that's how you
feel. But really what it comes down to is like, if I felt like you'd be like, you know what? I hate the sun. I hate it. You can hate it all you want. Guess what? That sun is never like the sun's
going to
hot,
rise tomorrow.
and that's the way it's going to be. You can't get away from this.
Yeah. But honestly, if you hate the sun, that's probably a bad opinion.
Do you now? Why do you think that's a bad opinion?
Because we clearly need
it.
the sun.
We need it. But there's also things that we like. Look, I know we need the sun, but I also don't like. I would never say I hate it. I'm not a big fan of the sun. Sometimes the sun is really
the sun
a
has
real
done-
cocksucker.
The sun has done more damage to me than any
Yes.
other thing that's not a person in my life.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Sunburn,
Sunburn.
paint damage.
Eyes looking at it for 30 to 80, 60 minutes. I should not, but I did.
Were you
know?
a big sun stare guy?
I would look up there and I would just imagine what's happening.
We
how
had-
hot it is.
We had contests when we were a kid.
Oh no, I was kidding. That is
We were the dumbest children on the
all
planet.
right. Let's see who wins.
Dude, we honestly, it was like one of those things where it's like, all it takes is one fucking idiot kid that is a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
So you think like they're more seasoned and
Right.
stuff. And he's like, yeah, I bet I can look at the sun longer.
Tougher than you.
And all you got to be is like, no fucking way.
Oh, yeah.
No. And then here's the thing though. It was my first time, this kid named Chris. He lived on our block. He was like not a bully, but he was like definitely like a
Bad
dick.
parents.
Dick. I wouldn't even say his parents are bad. He was just like everyone who grew up in that area. Like you could be like, your parents are the problem, but you'd be like, well, no, I've met them, and they're actually you're just a bad seed.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I don't know how
everyone
that
in
happens.
that area, myself included, like we were all like, I don't think my mom or my dad were really bad people, but I was doing crazy things where people would be like, your son's nuts. And they'd be like, no, he's just like, well, how do we blame it on what? I'm like,
What do you
"Dude,
think? Were your parents nuts?
No, my dad. So my stepdad, he was pretty on the level. My mom was she was a bitch and could be. She was. She's very mellowed out now.
How do I say it? Oh, she was a bitch.
No, it's crazy because Danny's met my mom, and he like everyone who's met my mom within the last couple of years are like, wow, what a mellow lady.
Oh,
She's
okay, yeah.
dude. In the 90s.
Different
Fuck
time.
you. Actually, all of my everyone knew my mom Sue. She would never take any shit from anybody. Mm-hmm. If you came at her with a slight attitude, you were getting fucked up, and she did
Physically?
Not, yes.
Wow.
Did not care. She also. That's the thing. I remember being a kid. There would be times my mom would be in an argument with a dude in a parking lot at a grocery store over a parking space, where my mom is like hanging out of the car, telling this.
So
guy,
that's where this comes from.
dude. She was just a fucking nutball.
And do you remember those moments? What were you thinking in those moments? Like, that's cool.
No, I was like, dude, this guy's gonna kill my mom. Because my mom,
Being a kid with that feeling regularly,
dude,
is crazy.
Because she also. Here's the thing, though. As much as I'd be like, this guy's gonna kill my mom, I did have this thing where like, there was a part where I'm like, yeah, he's gonna probably kill this lady, but he's never gonna be able to walk right again afterwards.
Oh, because you're gonna fuck him up.
No,
because she's gonna.
She's gonna do it. My mom told me at a very early age, because I was clearly not a big. I wasn't a big kid. I was pretty like small, bit smaller than most kids on my block, but I had to make up for it with being reckless and crazy.
Yeah,
and
which you have
stupid.
done.
So she told me like before, she's like, if anybody picks on you, like it might happen. You're not like the biggest guy.
Yeah.
She's like, but if you get into an altercation, it wasn't walk away. It was never be the bigger man and walk away. Those were never thrown out. It was win if you can, lose if you must, but always make them regret it.
Yeah.
Always make them regret the day that they did. She was never like fight fair. She was like, what's a fair fight?
Right.
Bite if you have to. Scratch, thumb, eyes. She was all
Challenge them to a sun staring duel.
challenge them to look at a
No, let's
fiery
not
ball.
sell this with our fists.
No.
Let's sell this with our eyes, our corneas.
see how dumb you are.
Let me blind you by your own pride.
But anyway, yeah, this kid fucking Chris, he was like, he was just like, yo, I bet I can stare at the sun longer than you. And I remember this other kid, Bobby, and this other kid, BJ, who lived on my block. We were all like, fuck you. We're like, we're not doing that. And he's like, yeah, because you guys are fucking pussies, man. And then the crazy thing is, this was like a time where like I knew nothing of genetics.
Yeah.
But he brought up, he's like, yeah, I have like Viking blood. So like I can do like, and when you hear something cool, your brain starts making, I'm like, yeah, well, actually, my family, like I was just saying, like, yeah, we're Germans, so like we fucking.
My family's wolves,
dude.
We got wolf.
There
blood.
was a kid who lived on our block who claimed his father was like part wolf, and we believed him for the longest.
Yeah, what's he doing now? Probably he's dead. He's got to be.
He's definitely dead. People who claim they're part animal,
yeah, they're dead.
Are dead as hell
for sure.
And there's nothing. That's an opinion I have that I think is fact.
That's a great.
That's an opinion that in my
you've
opinion,
heard it here first and last.
My opinion is if you claimed as a child that you have any type of animal in your bloodline, that you are part, supernatural beast, you're dead.
Yeah,
you're definitely dead.
You didn't see 30.
Yeah, oh my God, no.
Yeah,
you saw up into your mid-20s where you're like, I'm peaking right now, and now I'm gonna try and stare at the sun while riding a motorcycle. And see if I can go off this ramp here.
That is a great way to go, though.
That's the ultimate death.
Looking at the hottest ball.
Yeah. And then going straight
open
to
throttle.
The hottest realm afterwards. You are
finding hell,
dude. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. It's easy to play. Pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if you're correct, you could win some serious cash. Right now, I'm messing around with the free $1 million NFL jackpot. It's the easiest thing I've ever used to understand how I'm going to get this money. I just pick the players, I'm in control, and I am on the verge of winning $1 million, and you can too. Cash out on Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more, so getting your money is quick and easy. Download the app today and use code SQUIRTALERT to get up to $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code SQUIRTALERT to get $50 in lineups after you pay your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. If you want a dick that won't quit, it's time to try Hims ED. Hims is helping men everywhere crush ED with totally online process and personalized treatment options. This isn't cookie cutter care. They have everything from hard mints to trusted generic meds that cost 95% less than the average name brands. Just chat with a licensed provider and see if Hims can help. It's time to take your sex life to the next level. Get simple online access to personalized, affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more. Visit hims.com/theend. That's hims.com/theend on your free online visit. hims.com/theend. Actual price will depend on the product and subscription plan. Featured products include compound drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for details, restriction, and important safety information. Now, back to the end. All right, we got a phone call. We got two. Are they good today, Danny? Or are they? That's a good sign. Oh. Sounds like Morse code.
All right, dude. So you and Sid were talking about this on one of the episodes in World War Fun. Great show. Fucking love it. Love you. No homo. So I have the idea, what if they specifically designed toilets like acoustically to accommodate farts, to amplify farts? Make them not musical, but sound beautiful. It's like a fucking fart tuba attached, designed as a part of the toilet. It's a whole new design. But yeah. All right. Well, that was my idea. Love your show. Hey.
But yeah.
I imagine him like, but yeah, I got to get back to doing this surgery.
Yeah, I would always love, dude. The best
like
is when
doctor.
people call in. They're like, "I'm driving to work right now, and I just thought about this." Those are
I'm a school bus. I got a bunch of kids in the back.
True kings. Do I think that toilets? I think toilets. Honestly, There should be a feature on newer toilets where you can record, like,
Oh shit.
you can record yourself pooping or whatever, just so you can then later
like a
play,
GoPro somewhere?
kind of. But like, I'm only like video is for freaks.
Yeah.
I would say videos for freaks on that.
Okay.
But audio.
Audio.
Say you're taking like a really ruckus dump. And like you just hit the audio record, and then you can like go back later and be like, "Yo, check this out."
Yeah.
My fart.
And it like downloads it to your phone, and like at the end of the year, you'd be like, "Year in your shits."
I also would love.
August 15th, you had a big messy number.
I would also love for toilets to tell you the weight, like there's a digital thing on your toilet, tell you how much your poop weighs. That would be sick. I would also love for you to be able to program a toilet to, like, when you flush it, or like when you, it's hard to get rid of the flush sound, like the water rushing, like you can always hear that.
Yeah.
But it'd be crazy if you could flush it and be like, oh,
Thank you.
oh my God, so full.
Or like ringtones, but for the flush.
Yeah.
Like, what would you want to hear? Like, if you could like summon a famous phrase or maybe your favorite movie quote.
I think, honestly, flushing the toilet would be great if you just heard Ozzy laughing from Crazy Train. That would be sick.
That's good.
Like, like every time you flush the fucking toilet, it's the opening riff from Crazy
Damn.
Train.
Yeah, I don't even know. I would want some kind of quote. I think like like Happy Gilmore when he goes shooter.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Or pieces of shit for breakfast.
pieces of
Yeah,
shit.
you eat pieces of shit for breakfast.
Yeah.
I just think we have the technology.
We don't do enough fun shit with our technology.
That's the problem, dude.
I know.
We have so much shit. And so many things that are like, just everyone's like, we got to make, you know what's funny? We are doing fun shit with our technology, but like, how many more cool facial filters do we need for Snapchat?
Well, no, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
the thing. Here's the problem with what you're saying. We start recording our dumps. Guess who's buying that info? China. What are they doing with it?
Yeah, what are they doing with it?
I couldn't even.
What, that's.
I don't even want to like. I don't want my brain to even go down that fear
Tyler,
road.
What would they? Even if they were doing something malevolent,
They're gonna find a way to market things to us based on our shit.
on your dumps.
Yes.
And then what?
And then we're going to become consumers.
And then what?
I might be buying shit I wouldn't have bought.
You are already buying shit you wouldn't have bought.
How did they get me?
Dude, it's like when people are like, "Oh, what if I don't want anybody stealing my dinner?"
They're like, that guy shit sounded like this. He must like this.
Yeah, and
now
I'd be like, wow.
Netflix is suggesting movies that I would have never watched based on the sound of my shit.
You do. But you do watch.
I will.
And
you're
then
right.
And then you're like, oh my God, I was never turned on to this movie before until I took that fat shit after eating halal food, which gave me the weirdest toots ever.
Oh, I guess I will watch Blue Mountain State.
Yeah. And you're like, I never liked Shorzy. But then I took a huge
Man,
shit.
they really have me.
And they really fucking got me. Yeah. It's like, I think, I do agree though. I will say that opinion is fact. We are not using.
I only tell facts.
We're not using our technology for enough goofy, fun shit. And toilet technology, besides the bidet, has never.
You're right.
It's not really changed.
It's not come very far. It hasn't.
Like, you would think there'd be newer things. Like,
It went from the outhouse to the toilet, and then they're like, "That's gotta be it."
And don't get me wrong, man. In a way, I kind of respect that. I respect the fact that, like, the toilet is kind of like it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. I get that.
Although they break so much.
Yeah, they break. See, that's the thing. We need some like sturdier toilets.
Maybe make the tubes bigger.
Oh, the mouth. It's called the mouth.
Yeah.
It's the mouth.
It's the mouth. Is that the tech term?
I think it's the tech term.
It's
the
mouth.
In my opinion, that is now fact. That is the mouth.
Well, they should put a mouth on it. They should put teeth.
Think they should put teeth in it. Dude, imagine, bro. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Lips, dude, tongue, and teeth.
If it could open up like, that's
they have to have that.
Dude,
they have to have that.
There's a place in China that does.
Yes.
Asia's ahead of its game on toilet technology. There's no way they don't have that.
And it should go yum, 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 yum.
Oh my God, if it could chew. A chewing toilet would be amazing.
Dude, we might have just became millionaires.
Dude, a chewing toilet or one that's like,
Gross.
Yeah, a toilet that tells you it's, dude, ew. Ew. Or a toilet, dude, after you crap in it, a little arm comes out and starts picking his cheek. Oh, usually I don't eat that much.
I'm full.
Yeah. Hands that come out from the side.
Yeah.
I'm a full
Check, please.
Yeah, please.
Oh, there's so many things we could.
Yeah, it's toilet technology.
There should be a hotel that has them. You
Again,
ever go to like a new age hotel? It's like it's like tech savvy and it's got a bidet.
Yeah.
They should have that type of shit.
You would think that they would.
Yeah.
I think that's a funny thing.
Yeah, people would travel.
I
long and far.
also thought about designing toilets. So like I wanted novel. I did. When I was at work, I would just like design them like this would be fun to put in my bar. That doesn't
Right,
exist.
yeah.
But I wanted toilets that look like famous celebrities' mouths.
Oh, it's so good.
So like the tank is like the head,
Yeah.
and then the bottom part, the jaw, is
Yeah.
like that. So I was like, oh, it'd be great to shit in Angelina Jolie's whole head.
yeah.
Like I don't know why
That'd be a social media phenomenon.
that's what I'm talking about.
Or like extinct animals' mouths.
Great.
Yeah.
Or even this is the other thing I was thinking about too. Why this doesn't happen, and this is simple. And look, I'm putting this out to the world. You can just run with it. Every bar in whatever city, in the urinal, in the toilets, the logo or insignia of the rival team is in there. So you can piss and shit all over it.
You shouldn't have said that out loud.
Dude,
That
I
should be a
don't
thing you should-
care because I want to see it so bad.
Nah, if you're listening and you have any like connection to whatever world could make this happen, and I couldn't tell you what world could make that happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he just gave you
I'm just saying
a nugget,
an
actual nugget.
How pumped would you be, especially when we found out when the Birds won the first Super Bowl against the Patriots, if you knew that it was going to be Patriots and then you went into a bar in Philadelphia and you saw Tom Brady's face in the urinal, the amount
I'd be jacking off. Oh, wait, you're right. Sorry.
Oh, that's the problem. You'd also see that.
You see guys
You
jacking
see
off.
just like sprays that come
Why were
over.
you in there for so long? Did you take a shit? No.
No, I just I don't.
Really?
I just don't get why we haven't done that. All right, we got one more. We're going on 10. We got one more phone call. But honestly, I think toilet technology
idea.
needs to fucking get with it.
What up, Brian? Shout out Danny Dubs. Today's a serious question. It's a home question. I have a picture above my couch of a model I know, and it's very suggestive, like a woman in a fur coat, but she's got lingerie on. There's no nudity. It's just skin, but it shows tattoos and stuff. It's very sensual, black and white. It's a very large photo. I should remove that if the woman says it's too sensual to be above the couch she wants to have sex with me on. Like, that's valid, right? I should definitely remove that if I ever want to see her naked on that couch again, right? Anyway, that's it. Later, bye.
Here's my question: is this a fictional woman, or is this like a? I'm not saying it is. I'm saying is this like if I'm ever trying to bring a woman back to my place, and is this going to impede me from fucking, or do I already have a lady who won't fuck me on the couch because of the picture?
Yeah, that's what I. Did he say that his current woman is not loving the photo?
I think that was what that was. I think right.
Yeah,
I
think
that's the sense I got.
Yeah, because it kind of seemed like a hypothetical as well, so I don't really know.
Tasteful art affects people in many different ways.
Sure.
And I think you need to you need to align yourself with a partner that might appreciate art similarly to you.
Yeah.
Now,
Wow, that was so insightful.
yes. Now, me and my lady, the art we share. No,
Yes, the Porky's 2 poster in our living room has never been a point of contention for either of us.
yeah. I don't know. I guess. No, I think you should not take down your.
Yeah, I don't think you should either.
I don't.
Especially, look.
But you're gonna, because you're gonna.
Of
want
course
pussy,
you are.
So
You are
Fair.
going to bend to Sliz.
Here's my thing. Do you do the move where when she comes over, you take it off the wall and then
No, because
you have a separate photo for that moment?
You know,
where she comes over and then you put up the Michael Jordan,
I think it's funny that you're jumping from fine art to just Michael Jordan.
Well, it's the greatest basketball player, maybe athlete of all time, but
You think Michael Jordan's the greatest athlete of all time?
I actually don't think that.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Who
Tiger Woods.
Who do you think Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods, best athlete of all time.
Athlete.
Professional athlete, yeah. Now, but athleticism, no.
See, that's where the root word is where I'm kind of getting confused about.
Right. But if you think about the amount of money transforming a sport and being dominant.
Greatest image.
But how do you, so what are we saying? Because it's hard to like put athleticism up against anything. Like the greatest athlete's probably Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson's up there,
or Michael Phelps.
I would honestly say Jim Thorpe is
Jim Thorpe.
Jim Thorpe is up there.
Do you know the story about Jim Thorpe, his dead body?
Oh yeah, how they transferred it and then lost it. And
well, that town, Jim Thorpe, just bought his body.
Oh, they bought it? Yeah. I had heard that it had been stolen. Kind of like Lincoln's, but remember when Lincoln's body got stolen?
Yeah. No, this town in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
I think Jim Thorpe's from like Texas or the South somewhere. He's not from that town.
He's not from. I know he's not from the town.
Well, that town wanted to like be a tourist destination, so they're like, why don't we buy that dead guy?
What a time to be alive!
And the family, the family was battling over it. Some of the family wanted to sell because they were poor. Jim Thorpe died penniless.
Yeah,
and they just bought his dead body to bury him.
So what's crazy is that did they buy the whole thing or did they buy pieces
of his dead body?
Yeah, I would figure like Jim Thorpe might be worth a pretty penny if you.
I think they
divvy up the.
I think the number they offered a big number for the whole enchilada.
Thing.
Yeah,
they got damn.
What part of Jim would you buy?
His feet.
Okay.
His feet, I think his feet are more iconic. And the only reason I say this is because I brought up Jim Thorpe being the greatest athlete. There is I can't remember exactly. See, this is where I'm going to butcher it. And everyone's going to be like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. There was an instance where Jim Thorpe was either running a marathon or some sort of race. I can't remember which it was. But his competition was so worried about Jim Thorpe dominating them that they stole his shoes.
Oh yeah,
before the race, and then he raced in two left shoes that were 2 sizes too small, and he also won.
Yes, I did hear that story.
So like when people were like, "There's no way this fucking dude's gonna do," like we just fucked him.
Yeah,
and then he crushes.
Oh, dude,
like that. That to me is like not just overcoming adversity, overcoming like we're stopping you at all costs.
Yeah.
That's heroism. That's when I think like greatest athlete. It's like,
you know what? Keep that fucking picture on the wall. Yeah. Okay.
This
is your land. Don't make them.
Did you ever, when you were a kid, did you ever have any posters in your room that your parents hated?
No, dude. I didn't really have posters in my room. I didn't have like a kid room. I had I kind of switched back and forth from bedrooms, a lot. I didn't have I guess when I was really little, I had a space, but I didn't have posters.
What do you mean?
I just didn't have shit on the walls, really. I didn't have a TV. I had nothing. Sad, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
No, it was a sad
Why didn't you
I didn't really ever want that shit.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It's funny. The only thing on my wall, this is true now that I'm thinking about it, is the Twin Towers.
You had the fucking.
They're still there. There's a photo of the
that is
New York
wild.
skyline.
Yeah, I didn't have any cool cartoon characters or anything like that. I just had a reminder of the worst.
No, they gave me the Twin Towers with the planes going in it. That was the photo.
Who gave you that?
My mom.
Your parents did not.
No, there was no. It was actually the skyline with the towers. With our boys still
beautiful skyscape. Yeah, I get you.
World champion.
And when did you get that?
I was probably 10.
And you had, up until that, no posters of cartoon characters or no sports?
I think I had Buddy Ryan one time.
That's a wild guy out of nowhere.
I think Buddy Ryan, he coached the Eagles.
Yeah.
I had a Buddy Ryan poster.
I don't know any kid who had to coach.
He looked like my grandpa. That's why I liked him. He looked a lot like my grandpa.
So you were just
And I thought he was my grandpa for like most of my childhood.
everything. No pictures being on your wall is starting to add up a lot.
And I didn't
put Darkwing Duck on there. He'll think it's his aunt.
Dude, honestly, I didn't have like I was like into sports, but I didn't have like a favorite anything.
Yeah.
And I certainly didn't watch like Star Wars or any shit like that. I didn't watch a ton of movies growing up. Like when we're like out with friends and they're like, you remember that movie or do you see? I never have seen the movie.
Okay.
Like movie references, I'll never get.
What would you say is when you were a kid? What was your favorite thing to like? You had TV, maybe not in your room.
Yeah, I had TV. I didn't watch a ton of it though. I played football.
I played a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
I still watched TV.
I don't remember like Hey Arnold was if I could like is a thing that I have nostalgia for.
Gotcha. Favorite character on Hey Arnold? Better not be Stinky.
It was Arnold.
You liked Arnold out of all?
Actually, this is gonna be so lame. My favorite character, and this is not being was the city. I wish I didn't say that.
No.
But I had this fascination with cities when I was a kid. Like I would draw skylines and blocks of cities, and I like was fascinated with the fact that these kids lived in a city.
In a city, got it.
Because I like didn't.
You didn't,
right?
And you were. It was like you were seeing something you never saw before.
And I thought it was so cool that you would like live in this like
living, breathing metropolis.
Yeah. And I had jealousy. I wanted to be from a city, and so I was like, that was the most interesting part.
Was it? So did you?
My favorite character in Hey Arnold. I want to repeat myself. Was the city?
That's wild. Do you like Batman? I love Gotham Tower. Actually, God, the Wayne Tower in the middle of that.
Honestly,
it's an amazing.
I play SimCity to this day,
dude. I love SimCity 2000.
It's on my phone, man.
I love SimCity. Dude, SimCity 2000 came out. And I remember I would make these gigantic things, and then I would try to make, weirdly enough, I would try to make the bad part of town.
Yeah.
I would try to keep crime like clustering, but then I wanted it encompassing the city.
Oh, okay.
To then where it would run rampant, and then like I was like watching ants consume the queen.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that.
No, I tried to make a great city, and I fucking never could. Like, I could never figure out the plumbing, the water. I could never get water.
What are you talking about? You just go to the second tier down. And
I ran out of money. I would run out of money. I'd be like, I would build too many big buildings.
See, that's the problem. You were like, I need a stadium and I need a statue.
I put the cart before the horse.
You fucking
Look at all
idiot.
these tall buildings, but there's no people or like water.
I tried to make a almost like a Ruby Ridge type of thing in my SimCity town.
Yeah.
I wanted one house surrounded by woods that no one goes to. And then when the town was like eating itself, like that one guy would take, like I built all these, like it would never happen.
Yeah. What'd your pop get up to?
Oh, I think it was up to 62,000. I had a pretty big city, but then it's like what happened was I turned off the thing where like you can turn off disasters.
Yeah.
So that's how it got so big. And then I was like, I turned it back on. Dude, within a week, an alien showed up and wiped out. Dude, and there's nothing you can do.
Now, what are you
going to do? Fucking UFO,
can't
man.
Prepare for that.
It's an octopus. It's like has claws and shit.
Dude.
It's fucking things up.
There's no preparation for that.
It was wild. But I was kind of bummed there was no like nuclear holocaust. You couldn't do that. There was no war. It was just like disasters that happened. Yeah. I hated it. I wanted something
natural disaster.
Yeah, it's like fire, flood.
Which those are disasters that we allowed, like that God means. Natural disasters. Like, these are ones that I planned for you guys.
I think so. In that way, it's like we have to control God. We've got to stop. He's got.
I think that's what's happening here lately.
Dude, it's just been.
There's a battle for the Lord.
It's so crazy lately, and
isn't it? Isn't the world going mad?
It's nuts. But what's even more nuts though is like right now we're like, man, the world is so nuts. I remember hearing that in the mid 90s. Mm-hmm. I remember my mom talking about that when I was like a child about how crazy the world was. I remember my mom telling me about when she was alive during the 60s and 70s where everyone was like, the world's just so crazy right now. It's like, has the world ever not been nuts?
It's like it's like revisionist history.
Yeah.
You know,
it's always been fucking.
Yeah. We're always scared that it's going to end, and unfortunately it never does.
You know what? I will say this about the end of the world. I do think when it's going to happen, I don't know how it's going to happen. Can't say. I would have like, you know, I think cooler scenarios than like the biblical apocalypse. Mm-hmm. However, what I can say is the amount of times in my lifetime, I think is kind of crazy. How many times there have been like doomsday, like biblical doomsday things showing up, and people quit their jobs.
Yeah.
And they go along with these people who are like, the doomsday is going to happen this time, and this is when the rapture is, and all this stuff. And then it never happens. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to like follow up with those people who have to go back to work.
Right. Have to get
you know, they have to go back to their job like, hey, Dave, how you been? Like, don't. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Guys.
Since you got a 4-week lapse in employment, what happened here?
What is that?
I guess I thought the aliens were coming to...
So do you know anything about the Mayan prophecy?
I always thought it would be an easy way to get rid of the most annoying people.
What do you
could
mean?
Be like, the world is ending, go to your bunkers, we'll let you know when it's safe.
Oh, you think they're going to stay down?
And just be like, we'll come, we'll knock on the door when it's all good up here again.
I mean, it would be, I think a lot of things... Again, I don't want any terrible things to befall people. However, like the people who go on these, like, you know, these religious excursions and like, you know, the doomsday's coming, and like we're going to hold up traffic and we're going to show all the signs and we're going to hand out leaflets. We're just going to annoy everybody to the point. Be like, it'd be different if they all just went a place and like, yeah, let's just fucking get this. Like if there was just a big pile of people like, did everyone see what happened? Mm-hmm. It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Can you guys just kind of sort it out?
It's kind of,
mind blown.
The religious shit is...
You don't seem like here's the thing. You don't seem like a religious guy, but you also seem like a cult dude. Weirdly enough.
I think I'm not religious. I mean, I don't know. I grew up in a church family in a way. Like, not like... It was like... Not like evangelical or anything like that, but my mom still goes to church. They taught Sunday school, so but I questioned it. I think you have to question that shit.
You get to a point,
and
well, you don't have to. People,
I don't understand how you couldn't get to that point. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
I think they're lying. I think those people are lying.
I don't understand myself, but I get what you're saying.
I don't truly believe that there's a human being
that really does believe in the...
Or even if they believe in it, that they don't have moments where they're like, I don't fucking think so.
But that's the point. That's the point of it, is to test your own faith by yourself.
Are you religious?
No. In fact, but I do believe I'm an agent of God.
You're sent here?
So when people are like, you don't believe this, but here's all this, and this, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I've emboldened your faith.
Let me ask you this.
I'm an agent of God.
Where do beliefs stack up on the hierarchy of opinions, thoughts, facts?
Oh, man. Belief. So fact trumps all.
No, it doesn't anymore.
Well, in my head, it does.
It should. It should.
So what I would say is belief is like... Belief and faith dunk on, like they seem to dunk on everything else.
Well, I think a theory is a belief that doesn't believe in Jesus.
A belief that doesn't believe in
a theory is an educated belief. And then above that is an opinion. And above that is fact. Actually, no, opinion's all the way at the bottom. Should be at the bottom.
Should be.
We used to shit on it. We compare them to our own asshole.
Yeah. And if it looks good enough, I'll eat it up. That's the way I look. Opinions are like assholes.
But now it's flipped.
Yeah.
Opinions are in the white.
It's because we're worried about how people are going to feel about things. And again, I'm not trying to I understand not intentionally hurting somebody's feelings, but truth also hurts sometimes.
I don't want to go too into the weeds here.
Here we go.
Not intentionally hurting somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
Okay. Like saying something to not hurt somebody's feelings,
sure.
Right? What's the difference between that and not saying something so they don't get hurt?
Politeness, courtesy. It's a courtesy.
But like, do you think that's damaging?
I think it comes with age. I think it comes with age. Like if you're a child,
You have to be courteous.
you should be pretty courteous to certain things,
Right,
to a
yeah,
degree.
yeah.
Like if a child's like, oh my God, like, you know, like if
That's a fat guy.
yeah, I'd be like, hey,
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm bigger
hey,
than you. Shut up.
listen, that guy, you don't say, like, just let it go. People are different. It's like, you might be that fat guy sometime.
Right.
And I'd be telling that to
do everything in my power.
I would be saying that to my daughter. You might be a fat guy in the future. Because I don't know what's going to happen now.
Yeah.
You know, I have no idea what's going to happen in 30 years. You could be a fat black man.
We all might.
We all might. You know? So it's like, I think, and even with children, if they were saying something outlandish that is completely not true, you know, you got to be like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you have any... No, the way I was going to say that, I'm going to say it how I was going to say it. And do you have any access to kids? And I mean that in a way. Are you around kids? I'm not inquiring.
That actually should have been your album title. Do you have?
No, how I mean that is, do you have access to kids, or are you around them?
My niece, I've two nieces and a nephew. My niece, my first niece, my oldest niece, she's like 26.
Holy shit.
27.
I just got my first niece. She was like 4 days old.
You just got her?
I just got her.
From where? Don't say Amazon. Don't say Temu.
No. What's that site? They were the
Redbubble.
No, I have to look at. I have to look at the receipt.
You're a new uncle.
My brand new uncle.
And you've never been an uncle before?
Mm-mm.
So you're Uncle Tyler.
Yep. Real. I've been a fake uncle, like to my friends' kids. They'd be like, That's not
That's the guy who says access to children. He's the fake uncle.
That's the guy who lives upstairs.
Yeah, that's weird. He's got a picture. He's only got one poster of. He's got
the Twin Towers.
Twin Towers. He's just.
When's dinner?
Yeah. Who's your favorite character in a cartoon? Any building.
Who's your favorite character in 9/11? What I'm saying is, like, have you? We were talking about Colin's got teens. When's the last time a teen, like Naomi's has teenage kids?
Sure.
And they terrify me because they say the truth and it's mean and it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And you...
Now, do they say the truth or do they say their truth? Do they say the truth or do they think what they think and it comes out as what they believe? Here's the thing I will say. I am at a point now in my life where anyone under 30, I do not care what they think.
You truly don't?
I don't give a shit.
It doesn't hurt you?
No.
How do you do that, though?
How do I do that?
Yeah.
How do I do that? I'm like, you know, everything you're saying, wait. I kind of want to be there when they turn a certain age where they're like, fuck, I was a fucking moron.
I know, but I hope that happens.
And again, if it doesn't, in my head, I'm like, you're such a dumb dickhead. You're running your mouth. You know what you're going to do? You're going to do that to the weirder person and the dumber person. And then I'm never going to have to see you ever again.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to do? You're going to do that to a guy who's going to offer you $20 to fist fight you in an alleyway. But I also and then anyone over 55, I kind of don't care what they think.
Okay.
Because they're living in a different mental realm.
Now, when you say you don't care what they think, do you truly and we kind of touched on this with the comments. Yeah. Like if somebody writes you a comment or somebody says something mean as shit to you, it truly doesn't affect you.
No.
I'm so jealous of that.
It's because it'd be different. Like if they were sitting right here and they were like, you're the dumbest motherfucker I've ever met.
Yeah.
And you're the stupidest guy. Like if they were saying to my face, I'd be like, shut the fuck up, get out of my fuck. I would maybe have a response. But you know what I don't have any time? Somebody going out. You have to go out of your way. That's a premeditated dumb gay thought. Shut the fuck up. Shove it up your ass.
Yeah, dude, you're right, but I'm so jealous I'm incapable of for the special. There's 100 comments on it, and there's 2 very negative ones.
Yeah, of course.
Those are the only ones I think about.
But I also say, here's the thing, though. You can't do anything. Putting yourself out there to the masses, you're gonna get flat.
But it's not even that. Even with Naomi's kids, if they're fucking with me and they're like, you suck at comedy, you're not funny.
Oh, they're just being mean.
But it's still But I know what you're saying makes sense. But somehow it's...
And they're not your kids?
They're not my... No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Where's their dad?
I mean, he's out there.
There you go. Where's your dad? Oh, is he out there somewhere? Oh,
no, I can't. I mean,
no, see, you see, that's the whole thing. You could be.
Yeah, but then I would be being the dickhead.
Exactly. You could be. You're being the bigger man than a child.
Well,
let the children be children.
It still hurts. I don't know how it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. I'd be like, you know what? I'd be like, oh, you're teens? I'd be like, yeah, whatever, dude. Yeah, good luck in school. I'd be like, fucking shut up.
Yeah, I get all fucking. Shut up. Everybody shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Just
I'm cooler than you. I'm older. I mean, they likely have more money than me, which also...
Yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, I don't know. Like, if someone was really going to give me shit, they'd have to be like in my face giving me shit.
Yeah, but then that becomes physical.
Yeah, but like if a kid's doing it, I'm like, I don't even care.
Yeah,
like in my head, I'm like, you guys don't know.
Do you worry when you walk in somewhere? Like, let's say we're all going to Helium, right? And like a perfect example, like it's like the Philly's funniest night where everybody's out.
Sure.
Is there any part of you that's like doesn't think people like you?
Yes, without a doubt.
I mean, it's not true.
But
People
also
unanimously love Ryan Shannon.
What I'm saying is, in my head, you know what? I would love the respect of my peers. Mm-hmm. You know who are not my peers? 13-year-old children.
Fair. But even like in that moment, like there's, or like let's say you're doing stand-up. There's 100 people, and and you know that like 7 people fucking really hated your guts. Does that?
I mean, that would in my head. I'm like, yeah, I didn't get them all, but I also
You don't dwell on it though.
No, because I'd just be like, I victim blame. I don't blame them. I victim blame. I would be like, I wasn't good enough. It wasn't their attitude. They were right to hate me. But then in my head, I'm like, I have to figure out a way to convert these people. And if I can't, you know what's great? They're going to die soon.
Yeah.
That's what I think in my head. I'm like, you know what's great? It's crazy how many auto accidents happen. It's like my brain starts going, it's like, you know, it's nuts. Like the world's crazy. They could be fucking.
I think I just get myself into like, stand-up is the microcosm of my life of doing this. But in my whole life, I do it. Where like I'm so concerned about people liking me that it makes people not like me.
You have to like, dude, I get it. In my head, I'm like, I think there's a certain level of people, like I constantly feel like no one really gives a shit about what I'm doing or who I am or even the people that like me, they only like me to a certain degree. Yeah. And it's like, I understand that like, you know, that could just flip and change. And like, there's certain things that like, I'm not being asked to do this. I haven't been asked to do that. And I don't get, believe me, dude, I go down all the rabbit holes, but then I have to like, I pull myself back. I'm like, you know what? They're going to die before me.
Yeah,
that's what my brain's like. I laugh last,
or I die before them, and
who gives a shit?
Yeah,
I laugh last either way. You know, that's the way I look at it.
That is a good way to look.
It's the only way I can.
Actually, to that point, I've like stresses in my life, and I've been trying to implement this. And the thought that really helps me is that like I can't believe that we get so caught up and worked up about dumb shit when we know we'll be dead.
I mean, I get that, but I'm also a dumb fucking dickhead man who has a pyramid complex, and I have this idea of like I have to make something that lasts the test of time, and even if people didn't like me or hate me, it will still be there. And even if they just have to be like, "Fuck, I didn't like that fucking guy," but it's still fucking there.
I try to just remember that we'll be dead. Like I don't want to like consume myself because I do this thing where I worry about the worst case thing. And then that time, the thing will happen, and like the thing I was worrying about won't actually happen. I'll be like, "What the fuck did I spent like 2 weeks like worrying about this?" Now I'm just like, you know what? Like, how am I letting myself worry when I know I'll be dead one day?
I mean, you're doing it because you're a rational human being. But really, what you need to do is take all that worry, take all that animosity, all those things that those fucking teenagers. You know what you need to do?
Write them down.
No.
And burn the paper.
Go into a garage, get some Bondo, get some plastic, and create a toilet looking like the kid's face.
Oh my God, it's fucking so brilliant.
Just create a toilet.
And shit.
Kind of looking like them, be like, well, we made a toilet. And if it resembles them, be like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
That's not them.
What are you talking about? You gaslight them into thinking something else. Or you terrify them back to the Stone Age with a crazy stunt. That's what you do. This has been the End Pod. We got to switch over to Patreon. This has been the End Podcast with Ryan, Shane, and Tyler. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for being on the show. Make sure you call the hotline 833-443-5300. We'll address any comment, question, or concern, or possible artistic choice you have to, deal with in your house so you can fuck somebody on your couch. I understand it. Struggle's real. We're going to switch it over to Patreon. Thanks so much. Later.